the premiere surprise nobody expected. Have you ever imagined one unexpected moment at a glamorous movie premiere becoming the story that everyone talks about for years? What if one harmless surprise stopped hundreds of cameras, left an entire audience speechless, and then transformed into the most unforgettable memory of the night? Stay until the very end because this fictional story is packed with breathtaking twists, emotional moments, laughter, and a final surprise that nobody sees coming. If you love cinematic K-drama-inspired stories filled with unforgettable premieres and dramatic moments, subscribe to KDramaHavenn because every new story brings another incredible adventure. The city shimmered beneath thousands of brilliant lights. Luxury cars slowly arrived at the Grand Theater. Fans lined both sides of the red carpet holding glowing signs and cheering as each celebrity stepped into view. Television cameras broadcast every second live around the world. Inside the theater, excitement continued to build. The fictional movie had already become one of the most anticipated releases of the year. Everyone wanted to witness the first public appearance of the cast together. Yan arrived wearing a classic black suit that reflected the elegant lights surrounding the entrance. Moments later, Tong Liya stepped onto the red carpet wearing a breathtaking gown that immediately captured the attention of photographers. The audience applauded. Camera flashes illuminated the evening like countless stars. The cast greeted fans, signed autographs, and smiled for hundreds of photographs. Everything appeared to be unfolding perfectly. Then the host invited the entire cast onto the main stage. The director thanked everyone for supporting the fictional production. He praised every department that had worked tirelessly to bring the story to life. The audience listened with complete attention. As the speeches continued, the host suddenly announced a surprise game prepared especially for the cast. No one had been told about it in advance. Even the actors looked surprised. Each cast member would receive a sealed envelope containing a lighthearted challenge to complete on stage. The audience cheered with excitement. Tong Liya opened her envelope first. She laughed quietly before placing it back on the table. Yan looked curious. The host encouraged her to read the challenge aloud. She smiled and revealed that she had been asked to imitate the director during rehearsals. The audience immediately burst into laughter. Her playful performance was so accurate that even the director laughed louder than anyone else. Then it was Yan's turn. He slowly opened his envelope. After reading the card, he looked toward Tong Liya with a smile. The audience became completely silent. The challenge asked him to describe his favorite fictional memory from filming without mentioning any character names. He began telling the story. He described an unforgettable rehearsal when everyone became distracted after a decorative curtain unexpectedly floated across the set. The crew had laughed so hard that filming stopped for several minutes. As he continued, Tong Liya suddenly covered her face while laughing. She realized she had completely forgotten about that hilarious fictional moment. The audience laughed together. Even the crew members sitting near the front row smiled as they remembered the cheerful day. Instead of becoming embarrassed in a negative way, Tong Liya stood and jokingly bowed to the audience as everyone applauded. The host laughed and declared that the surprise challenge had created the happiest moment of the evening. The atmosphere became even warmer. The actors relaxed. The audience felt as though they were celebrating alongside old friends. The director quietly watched from the side of the stage. He realized the genuine laughter had become more memorable than any carefully planned speech. When the movie finally began, every emotional scene received enthusiastic applause. The audience laughed during joyful moments. They became completely silent during heartfelt conversations. As the final scene faded into darkness, the entire theater rose to its feet for a standing ovation. Many viewers later said the premiere was unforgettable not only because of the fictional movie, but because of the unexpected stage game that reminded everyone that even the biggest stars enjoy sharing joyful memories together. Backstage, the cast celebrated with the crew. Photographers captured smiling faces. Writers thanked the actors. The music composer congratulated the orchestra. Every department celebrated together. The director raised a glass before speaking one final time. He reminded everyone that audiences remember great movies for their emotional stories. But the people who create those movies often treasure the laughter shared between every scene. The room filled with applause. As the celebration slowly came to an end, the lights inside the theater dimmed once more. A giant screen came alive with one final message. Sometimes the moments that make us laugh become the memories we cherish the longest. The audience smiled. The curtain slowly closed. And somewhere beyond the stage, another fictional adventure was already waiting for its opening scene. The applause inside the grand theater refused to fade. Even after the final credits disappeared from the giant screen, nobody seemed ready to leave. Fans remained standing. Some smiled. Some wiped away tears of joy. Others simply looked toward the stage, hoping the unforgettable evening was not yet over. The curtain slowly opened once again. A soft golden light illuminated the stage. The host returned with a mysterious smile. He announced that one final surprise had been prepared for everyone attending the fictional premiere. The audience immediately became quiet. Nobody knew what was about to happen. Yan and Tong Liya walked back onto the stage beside the director and the entire cast. Behind them, a giant screen displayed hundreds of unseen photographs taken throughout the months of filming. There were pictures from the very first script reading, images of the cast laughing between scenes, quiet moments where the crew celebrated completing difficult sequences, beautiful sunsets captured after long filming days. Every photograph reminded everyone that unforgettable movies are created through patience, teamwork, and friendship. The audience applauded after every new image appeared. Then the host invited the actors to share one memory that had never been told before. Yan smiled before remembering the day the entire cast became lost inside a massive studio set while searching for the next filming location. Instead of becoming frustrated, everyone laughed together as assistants finally guided them back to the correct soundstage. The audience erupted with laughter. Tong Liya followed with another cheerful memory. She remembered practicing an emotional scene for nearly an hour, only to discover they had been rehearsing in front of the wrong camera. Even the director laughed as he admitted nobody noticed until filming was about to begin. The audience could not stop smiling. The joyful atmosphere spread throughout the theater. The director stepped forward holding a small wooden box. Inside were handwritten notes from every member of the fictional production. Each person had written one sentence describing what the movie meant to them. The director randomly selected one note and read it aloud. The greatest memories are not created by perfect moments. They are created by people who learn to smile through every unexpected surprise. The room became completely silent. Then applause filled every corner of the theater. The words touched everyone present. Outside the venue, thousands of fans still waited patiently behind elegant barriers. Large outdoor screens allowed them to watch every moment of the celebration. When the cast finally stepped onto the red carpet once more, the cheering echoed through the city. Colorful lights illuminated the evening sky. Fans waved banners. Children held handmade drawings of their favorite fictional characters. The actors walked slowly along the carpet, stopping to greet as many people as possible. The evening felt less like a movie premiere and more like a celebration shared by everyone. As midnight approached, the director invited the entire cast onto the rooftop overlooking the glowing city skyline. The lights below stretched endlessly toward the horizon. For several quiet moments, nobody spoke. They simply admired the beautiful view together. The director finally broke the silence. He thanked every actor and every crew member for believing in the fictional story from the very beginning. He reminded them that audiences would remember the finished movie. But the people standing on that rooftop would always remember the laughter behind every scene. Yan looked around at the smiling faces. Tong Liya quietly nodded. Everyone understood exactly what the director meant. Just as they prepared to leave, an assistant hurried onto the rooftop carrying a sealed envelope marked only with 3 mysterious words. "Open tomorrow morning." The cast exchanged curious smiles. Nobody knew who had delivered it. Nobody knew what was inside. The director carefully placed the envelope into his briefcase without opening it. He smiled and simply said that perhaps some surprises are worth waiting for. The camera slowly pulled away from the rooftop. The city lights sparkled beneath the night sky. One final message appeared across the screen. Every unforgettable premiere is only the beginning of another extraordinary journey. The screen faded to black. Somewhere inside the quiet studio, another screenplay rested on a table waiting for its very first page to be turned. To be continued.